Nowadays, corporations are more into using distributed systems and relying on network and communication facility for transmitting critical and important information that need to be secure. Therefore, information security must be maintained as a result, and securing corporate information become increasingly crucial. Information security is described as the safeguarding of information system and hardware that use, store, and transmit information in order to guarantee the confidentiality, integrity, and availability CIA of data, as well as the protection of operational procedure. Security is often achieved by means of several strategies undertaken seriously or used in the combination with one another. The responsibility of the management is to guarantee that each strategy is properly planned, organized, staffed, directed, and regulated to keep the organization safe from the risk of loss, damage, and other unwanted hazards. Organizations that lack information security training or experience interruption frequently face threat to their people, information, and system in a number of different ways. As stated by the Mintzberg 2018, a threat represents a potential risk to an information asset, whereas an attack could result the asset in a loss. The threat can become an attack that takes advantage of their vulnerability, accomplished by the threat agent that damage or steal an organization information in the software or in the physical asset. According to the Livginia et al. 2021, risk management refers to a process that consists of risk identification, management, and elimination or reduction of the likelihood of events that can negatively affect the resources of the information system to reduce security risks that potentially will give the high risk rating toward the organization asset. Risk management and assessment are the most efficient strategy for an organization to get ready for unforeseen events that could obstruct their development and growth. Risk management choices are impacted by the uncertainty and instability of the organization environment. In order to help the organizational entities lessen the consequences of the risk, it is vital to grasp the basic concept of the risk management and what can be used. Last but not least, it is imperative that every organization take steps to improve its defense against security risk and threat. This includes Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Tengku Ampuan Jamaah and organization in the educational sector that we was interviewed. Some of the security issues the SMKTAG encountered included human error and failure, force of nature, deviation in the quality of service, sabotage and vandalism, technical software failure or error, and also theft. SMKTAG also provide a number of solutions to solve this security issue, particularly in the ICT school department, and the organization reviewed the risk management practice in order to reduce threat. As a result, with the existence of the Government Ministry of Education organization, adopt an excellent strategy for preventing unauthorized access to their sensitive information.
Next is the brief background of the company. The organization that we choose for the case study is Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Tengku Ampuan Jemaah, or also known as SMKTAJ or SMktaj. It is a school that is located in Pandamaran, Kelang, Selangor. This school was founded in 1974 under a different name and originally was one of the three schools that was combined together to form the current SMKP Raja Sarinam, an all-girl high school. The school received its current name back in 1974 when the former Sultan of Selangor, Sultan Salahuddin Abdul Aziz Shah Al-Hajj, inaugurated the school and named the SMK Tengku Ampuan Jemaah after His Majesty's mother's name. The school current principal is Encik Abdul Razak bin Supanjan and has 1,928 numbers of students with 124 teachers, 5 office staffs, 6 labs assistants, 4 security guards, and 7 cleaning workers. The school mission is to produce excellent and balanced people and create a school with a character based on 5 methods. The vision is for SMKTAJ as a generator of knowledge and virtuous human capital by empowering ICT by 2017.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Azhar. I'm going to explain the risk management in SMK Tengku Ampuan Jemaah. The risk management practice in SMK Tengku Ampuan Jemaah has been discussed in the interview session, which was carried out to offer an understanding of how information security involved into top concern for protecting the value of the data that has been supported by the effectiveness of risk management primary, prepare, and the influence of Minister of Education. As stated by Encik Abdul Aziz during the interview session, establishing information security risk management practice was an approach to analyzing the threat of hazard in a data information structure that will be required to design an appropriate protection strategy. The information security risk management procedure involved 4 stages and each was compulsory. The first initial stage requires identification, which is known to be a process of self-inspections by comprehending the functionality of the education pursuit for its daily activity and uncover the risk to this information asset and where the risk is signed. It's involved identifying and separating the value of the categorization of information asset of people involved in the academic data or procedure, software, hardware, and any networking element that will aid in identifying the weakness and the threat. Moreover, the next stage was risk analysis, defined as allocating a risk rating or score to each specific vulnerability of the information threat that will facilitate the creation of comparative rating that aid in the education sector in creating an effective improvement strategy. This process involves assessing the reasonable impact and the likelihood of the risk occurrence. Also, risk determination calculation result will be constructed in a proper framework, calculating the risk annual loss expectancy alley and the cost-benefit analysis. Moreover, the risk response continues in designing the response for the safe measurement for the most appropriate risk enhancement information security that has been identified and guided based on the output of risk analysis. It helps the Minister of Education align SMK Tunku Ampun Jemaah, which effectively administer the proper alternative control measurements for risk precautions and response. Lastly, risk monitoring is the final stage of information security risk management, as stated by the interview in Abdul Aziz. Explain the risk monitoring process usually would be carried out by the responsibility of the Minister of Education to evaluate whether the expected performance of security management achieved the specific goal of information security enhancement. Risk monitoring was also a continued assessment to ensure the sustainability of information security in the education sector to always be maintained and secure. Thank you.
In this section, I will present about the issues that occur in Sekolah Tengku Ampun Jemaah, which is SMktaj. First and foremost, what is information security? Information security is the method and technique used by organizations to protect information. This involves providing security measures to prohibit unauthorized users from accessing sensitive data. Sekolah Tengku Ampun Jemaah, which is SMktaj, is responsible for maintaining the system used to collect teacher or student information and protect them from internal or external threats that could affect the organizations. Hence, we identify 6 information security issues after speaking with Mr. Aziz, the school's administrative senior assistant, and the solution they use as presentative measures to stop incident from happening and how to mitigate the impact of the threat if the issues arises within the organization. According to Encik Aziz, the first information security threat found in the school is human error. Sensitive data can be handled incorrectly due to human error. For example, sensitive documents are improperly disposed of, or sensitive physical documents containing personal information are left unattended, and the staff have also made mistakes in entering student data in the system. This error could result in a data breach and affect the privacy of staff and students. Encik Aziz also said the school has been facing forces of nature, which is flood, in the year of 2021. At that time, students and teachers were directed to go home when the flood level has reached their ankle. Moreover, Encik Aziz also said buildings, especially storage and IT infrastructure, are vulnerable to flood damage. This can lead to data loss if the server or physical storage media is damaged. The third information security issue is theft. The government introduced the use of tablet in school for study purposes, and students need to keep it securely in school. However, there are issues faced at Sekolah Tengku Ampun Jemaah, which is tablet theft, and also regarding removable data and regarding removable media that can be used to steal sensitive data from school system, including USB drive and the external hard disk by the outsiders. Additionally, the issue of software failure were identified. Software that is not updated and patched regularly can expose the computer to non-security flaws. The school has implemented more than one system, such as SSDM, which is System Sesaji Murid, that can monitor student performance, and e-operacy that can detect teachers' location when they were in school area. In order to strengthen the software, the school need to implement reliable patch management procedures to guarantee that all operating systems and applications are up to date. Other than that, deviations quality of service is one of the information security issue found in Sekolah Tengku Ampun Jemaah. According to Encik Aziz, data breaches and non-compliance with regulation can occur as a result of inadequate privacy protections for teachers and students. Also, Encik Aziz stated so far, the school did not have any issue about the data breach. Last but not least, Encik Aziz said there is sabotage and vandalism occur in the school. Usually, Vandalism of school property by students is a common issue that is difficult for schools to prevent. For example, the sabotage of outdoor facilities, which is playground equipment, sport field, and they also cause mayhem in the classroom by knocking down desks, chairs, and tables. Thus, the issue can result in the reputation of the school being tarnished.
Hi, my name is Shazwani. I will explain about the solution. First solution, which is for human error, which is double check all of the information before update the system. If there are any mistake for the information about student, it must require parents' permission and proof about the student information. For example, student IC. For forced nature solution, according to Encik Aziz, since more of the school using system right now, but there are still some school who use both, which is system and manual. Encik Aziz real experience handling manual document that affected because of flood during December 2021. Encik Aziz stated that method they used to save some document, which is let the document dry or ironing the document. For solution for theft, school management need to launch police report. Arti company that handle PC at school need to compensation in term of item or money. Besides that, as a precaution, the school management decided to lock all of the room after office hour and security guard need to patrolling regularly. For solution for software failure, conducted a briefing or seminar for important persons in school such as a principal, senior assistant, co-curriculum, senior assistant, and staff administrative or clerk will attend the seminar or briefing. From the seminar of briefing, important person will get knowledge about how to use the system, how the system works, and so on. For deviation quality of services solution, mean establish governance mechanism and system that are transparent for educational institution, ensure accountability at every level including among school administrator, policy maker and education authorities. The school management practices and develop open channel communication, feedback mechanism and community participation such as parents in decision making processes for teachers and students. Lastly, solution for sabotage or vandalism. The disciplinary misbehavior of student will be recorded in Sistem Sasiah Diri Murid (SSDM). Penalties will be enforced in the process to educate and civilize the student. Students also need to attend the counseling session. After the counseling session happen, but there is no changes of student behavior or the behavior become more worse or become in a serious situation, school management did not any choices but to take a correction action.
Next, based on our discussion with Encik Abdul Aziz Senior Administrative Assistant at Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Tengku Ampuan Jemaah, which is SMKTAJ, he explained that the risk management practices that have been implemented by the government, which is Ministry of Education, which obligate all schools under government sector to follow all the procedure and conducted per monthly schedule. 4 stages that have been used by SMKTAJ regarding risk management practices include risk identification, risk analysis, risk response and monitoring. SMKTAJ has faced many information security issues such as human errors, forces of nature, theft, software failure and deviation of the quality of service, but managed to encounter the issues using a variety of solutions. In conclusion, SMKTAJ is a government secondary school in which most of the policies and rules are implemented by the government itself. However, SMKTAJ still take into consideration and seriously any issues that might arise regarding information security by implementing necessary system to protect all the valuable assets such as e-operasi. Despite handling a large amount of confidential information and data of students and staff, the school still managed to use all the best means to protect the confidentiality of information. SMKTAJ always focus on early detection and rapid response in protecting their significant or valuable assets. Lastly, SMKTAJ adopted various systems and adheres to all the systems that have been introduced by the government to ensure all the confidential data, information, and assets are fully protected and standardized with the other government schools.